Hello, I'm discussing steps in analyzing the qualitative data. Data transcription. Data transcription is the translation between the forms of data. In social science, this is the most commonly converting audio recording, interviews, or discussion to text formats. Whilst audio transcription is often part of the analysis process, it also enhances the sharing and reuse potential of qualitative research data. The initial coding is where you break down your qualitative data into discrete and create codes to label with them. It is the process of assigning codes, words, or phrases that identify to which topics or issues portions of the data differs and organizing in data in a way that is useful for further analysis. There are the several steps coding which often uh, interactive process. Coding is the qualitative data analysis strategy in which some of aspects of the data is assigned a descriptive level that allows the researchers to identify related content across the data. How you decide the code to code or whether to code where your data should be driven by your methodology. Qualitative coding is a process of systematically categorizing excerpt in your qualitative data in order to find themes and patterns. It enables you to take unstructured or semi-structured data such as transcripts from in-depth interviews or focus groups and structure into themes and patterns for analysis. Categorizing is a qualitative research involves organizing data into groups or themes based on shared characteristics. Categorizing in qualitative research refers to the process of organizing and grouping observed data, behaviors, or information into meaningful categories or themes. It involves the systematic labeling and classification of collective data to identify patterns, relationships, and common characteristics. The key steps in the categorizing process typically include data collection, gathering the quality data through methods like interviews, observation, document analysis, focus groups, familiarization, closely reviewing the collected data to become familiar with the content and identify potential themes of patterns. Initial coding assigning the preliminary codes or labels to segments of the data based on their content or meaning. Category development, grouping the initial codes into broader categories, themes captured the issues or data. This involves identifying a similarity, difference, and relationship between the codes, defining categories, reviewing and adjusting the categories to ensure they are mutually exclusive, comprehensive, and accurately present data. Defining the categories, clearly defining the categories boundaries and defining the features of each category establish their meaning and scope. Leveling the categories, assigning the descriptive names or labels of to the defined categories that accurately represent the content of scenes. The categorizing process allows the researchers to categorize and manage large volumes of qualitative data, identify important themes, and develop a deeper understanding of the phenomena under study. It is the crucial step in the qualitative data analysis process as it forms the foundation of subsequent interpretation and theory building. Thematizing is the data the analysis of interviews response to analyzed interviews response data analyzed for the presence of themes. Interview response can be examined multiple times on an overall basis or response per interview questions to identify the themes. The mental act or process the selecting the particular topics as the themes, the discourse or words the themes in sentence. The mental act or process selecting the particular topics as the themes is in discourses or words as themes in sentence. Thematizing refers to a conceptual clarification and theoretical analysis of the theme investigated and the formulation of the research question. The thematic analysis is a well-established and flexible research method that organizes the qualitative data into a research patterns or themes. A theme represents the core ideas and arguments under the particular concept. Themes respond to the purpose of the research query. Themes is the creativity, culture, and community. For example, the themes may be it depends on your questions or resource topics, culture and communication, environmental sustainability and resilience, health and well-being, justice and equality, risk evidence and decision making, and technologies for the future. Meaning and making the thematizing, for example, course are this uncertainty, leaps and exports, alternative expansion. And this is the themes the uncertainty. From the course, changing the terminology, destruct of scientists, this sentence toward exports, fear of the government control. And from this course, the distrust of the experts and incorrect facts, misunderstanding of science, biased media source. This is the misinformation is a theme. Now we have to make sure that our themes are useful and accurate interpretation, representation of the data. We return into the data set and compare our themes against it. Are we missing anything? Are these themes are really represent the data? What are the change in the make our themes work better? For example, we might decide upon the looking the what data changing the terminology. It's better under the uncertainty. Themes then under disrupt or experts science the data level. With this code involves the confusion and not necessarily disrupt. Now that you have to a final list of the themes, it's time to name and define each of them. Defining the themes involves formulating exactly what we mean by each of the theme and figuring out how it helps understand the data. Naming the themes involves coming up with a succinct and easily understandable name for each theme. For example, we might look at the destruct of the experts and determine exactly who we are, I mean the experts in this team. We might decide that a better team name for the team is the destruct of authority or conspiracy thinking. Finally, we write off our analysis of the data like the academic text. Writing of thematic analysis requires an introduction to establish the resource question, aims, and approach. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm discussing about the steps of analyzing qualitative data analysis. And also thanks for your patience. That's now. Bye bye. See you again.